which are mostly used in international exam. Okay, so that's a point. So that's we call it additional resource, right? If you have more time, I think that one much better to be taught for students, so they will know easily and they will familiar with the kind of international exam. Okay, right. Okay, let's go on. Before going to the active teach, first of all, I would like to confirm whether you are using Zoom or Google Meet to deliver your content or your topic. Which one, which platform are you using?
Google Meet.
Google Meet.
Google Meet, yeah,
Google
okay.
Meet.
Google Meet, sorry, Google Meet, yeah, okay, sorry, Google Map, yeah. Google Meet. So in Google Meet, you see that there is features that we call share screen, right?
Yeah.
That's what you do, right? So you share the topic through the web conference tools like Word, PowerPoint, pictures, even videos, right? That's what you have been doing, okay. And after that, when you finish with that, in 20 or 30 minutes, do you move to another platform when you assign exercise or assign activities?
Yes, at Google Classroom.
Google Classroom, all right. In Google Classroom, do you upload only Word and PDF, image, video like that? Or you combine it or you integrate it with Google Form?
Yeah, we combine it with Google
Google,
Form,
oh, okay.
video from YouTube, and
Okay.
then, and so on.
Quizmaker like that, whatever the name. Yeah, okay, great then. Right, good. So you have the platform. It means it is like the board or it is like a house for what you already have today in Focus, okay? Focus provide you the content. Just like we are eating, you imagine you have the plate, but then what you're going to put in the plate, okay? That you can do. Okay, I'm going to start from Active Teach, okay? Let me share the screen with you. Mr. Aka, would you mind allowing me to share?
Ustadz Eko, ada kemungkinan Ustadz Fahmi mau ikut join meeting.
Oke.
Kemungkinan. Ya, kalau misalkan ada masuk Ustadz Fahmi, minta di invite, di add aja.
Oke.
Pastilah Mr. Eko admit-nya. Okay, right. Okay, wait a second. I have to close it first. Okay, once you install it, as you see in the screen, look the arrow moving here, right? So you will see these symbols after the installation are successful, and the contents all there. And after that, you will not need the CD anymore. I suggest keep it in case that you have new computer, you have new teachers, or you have to reinstall it in your computer, so you have the CD, okay? Put it and take care of it carefully, all right? Okay, I'm opening it now. When it is running, it is offline, yeah? So when you have installed it, it will run offline, okay? I click on it. Okay, here we go. Right. Can you see in your screen clearly?
Lain?
Yes.
Why is it focus 2, not focus 1?
Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. Right. I haven't installed the Focus One part, but I would like to try to give the concept actually.
Okay, thanks.
Because the what is it? The structures are the same.
Okay,
Only
all right.
content, yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. Focus 2 here. Okay. First, well, once you install what make it different is the color. In Focus One, the color will be green here. Okay, right. So first of all, if you take a look these band, you find four band here. What it means? Once in the beginning, you may decide would you like to save everything that you add here? Adding, I mean, could be any files, video, audio that you have, PDF, Word, PowerPoint, anything here, or you will not save it. Okay, so you decide first. If you want to decide even any scratch there, any drawing there, save here. When you click here, then you will be directed to your folders, to your browser, and then you have to create new folder here. Okay, and it means whatever you do here, all will be saved. Okay, except your voice. It cannot record your voice. Anything attached will be saved here. Okay. Once you save it later, for example, you come to one class and other classes after that, okay, you may open from here, okay? So you open from here the files that you already created, okay? That way. So then you can add, you can reduce, you can edit it, all there. But if you will not save anything because you just come to class, teach, finish, and come to the class, you open it again, and you don't want to save anything, even you, what is it? You don't prepare, for example, anything there, so you don't need to save anything in the program, then click don't save my work, okay? I'll click here. Right, and then I start. Okay, first of all, what you see is the arrangement of the image. Okay, you can move the hands icon here, okay, to pick which image that interests you, just for a brief overview, okay? Or you can go to this content, this list of content, okay, by selecting what topic or what unit you are going to teach, okay? So see your student's book, and then you can find easily. Say that you want to go to unit 1, personality, okay? So just click on it, right? And if you see the list of the content here, all contents of the student's book and workbook are included, okay? You see a WB, mean workbook, right? Beside, you will also find here the word store, okay? Here's the word store, right? Okay, here. So all printed things, all printed resources that you have are digitalized here, okay? What make it different? That's what we're going to do, okay? Now, I'm going to student's book content. If you click here and click on the image, it will give you directions to what you will have to teach. So you see here, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7 columns, 3 here, 4 here, okay? These are called the boundary, the framework of your teaching. It means when you are teaching personality, okay, and here is the target language of the vocabulary that you have to touch, that you have to cover. It means do not give them any new words for them, okay? So here are the boundary. It means at the end of the session, when you are testing them, they are able or they know how to use this or recycle this vocabulary. And also grammar. Here is the grammar. It means during your teaching on personality, do not give any part of grammar or any functions of grammar except what have been written or what have been stated here. This is the target language, call it, okay? And here the activity in listening, reading, writing, and also speaking, okay? And in every unit, you will find 2 sections of grammar, okay? And usually intercorrelated. It won't be jumping. And if you grade it from unit 1 to the last unit, you will find that the grammar will be graded up, not what randomly mixed there. So it will start from the simple one to the complicated one, okay? So you have no worry about this, okay? Now let's see the other one. I'm going to continue by opening unit 1. Okay, here we go. Right. Okay. First of all, what you have seen in content, in the list of content, and I call it the target language, all are stated here. Okay. So in every unit, like this one, unit 1, the target language are stated here. So it will help teachers to see, oh, here are the boundaries. Okay. Next, let's see the structures of each unit, how it is composed. First, every unit will be started with vocabulary, with some exercises, okay? And after that, in each unit, the compositions after vocabulary is grammar, okay? Like this one, right? Again, with many exercises here, okay? After that, of course, after having vocabulary and grammar in teaching, then how teachers can implement or can recycle the word and use the grammar in language skills. So then you will have to go to the language skill, listening, reading, okay, and usually continue with writing and speaking, but usually it will be inserted with a new grammar, like this one, okay? Not totally new actually, usually it is correlated with the previous one, right? After that, continued with speaking and writing, okay? At the end, there will be language review, like this one, right? What it means teachers have to follow it structurally, okay? Then how if the time is not enough, okay? How to manage it? Okay, here we go. You see here in the vocabulary, there are many exercises. First of all, in your planning, make sure that you select some exercise that you are going to give to the students. Teachers do not have to give the whole exercises in vocabulary. You pick some of them. Or maybe you differentiate it, like in differential instruction, or when you personalize the exercise for each student, that will be much better. For example, the students who are weak, then you can start with exercise 1 and 2. But those who are really high, then you leave the exercise 1 and 2, just go to exercise 3, 4, or 5, like that, okay? So you can select by personalizing it, or you select a few exercises that are given to the whole student. So it's on your choice. So you don't have to spend a lot of time to finish a whole exercise in vocabulary, right? Once you think they can master the vocabulary as stated here, okay, then go to grammar section. In grammar section later, you will find one video for every grammar which give context to the students before they learn about the pattern, before they do the exercise, okay? Right, and after that, go with the skills, okay? Again, in the skills, there are many exercises. Depending the time, then you may select, okay? Right, okay, now I will start from vocabulary first. I'm opening one section by section. See here, if you find this topic in lead-in or in the making a perception in the beginning, how to bridge their previous knowledge to the things that you are going to deliver, that you are going to teach. So there must be one activity that you do, right? Okay. For example, you may bring some pictures of people with some faces, with some different faces, okay? Or maybe you can, ask them to guess, okay? What personality that their friends have, okay? We realize that the students have limited vocabulary for personalities. Some maybe knows like kind, nice, okay? What about other things like generous, okay? Or shy, maybe they know about it. What about other like, what is it, the complicated one? I think the really not so complicated. Positive, for example, right? Okay, so this kind of word need to be delivered, not only the meaning but also how to pronounce it. Okay, remember, they just still have to concern on the pronunciation. Okay, why? Because one, they are not able to pronounce it, or they lack of practice in the pronunciation, it will demotivate them. Okay, right. Now, by taking these pictures, what you have to do, consult a teacher's book. Teacher's book give the procedures of teaching. The procedures really details there. You may take for granted implementing what's suggested through the teacher's books, or you create your own. It's no problem. You have your own choice, right? The teacher's book simply help teachers or facilitate teachers in the way of teaching. Okay, if you don't agree with that, that will be fine. But mostly teachers take for granted with what's suggested in teacher's book. Okay, right. Then I will go to this subsection technically. So like this one, for example, when you see these sections, what are you gonna do with them? After a bit discussion, maybe with the students in a perception stage. Okay, so you see here, the instruction is make adjective with the opposite. Will be like that in the beginning? Of course not. Of course, we'll start with this word one by one, right? If you think that it needs to be, if you think that some words are difficult to pronounce, it's much better to train them, okay? For this one, I think quite easy for students. They know about it. Boring, serious, negative, unkind, and they know how to pronounce it well, okay? So then, maybe you can start by saying, by not defining, by describing somebody with your own word, okay? And they have to choose what kind of person is he? What is his personality? What is he like? Okay, by concentrating on these words. Okay, right. After that, when they can answer that, and maybe one answer correct and the other is wrong, fine. But they learn things there when you are describing, and they have to find word. Right. The point is they understand the meaning of the word through your explanation or through your description. Right. When it is done, then ask them then to take a look their student's book and write down, based on the instruction, write down what they have to do. Refer to the instruction, okay? Here's they have to match adjective with the opposite, okay? So they will do that on their student book. After it's done, not taking long time for these, just give them 1 or 2 minutes, okay? And check their answer through Google Meet, through through video web conference tools, right? There's interaction among you and the students, right? So you can ask 1, 2 students to answer that, okay? After that, help them to drop down the word. For example, oh, funny, I think serious. So if one student answer that, you help by dragging it down, okay? Interesting. Oh, interesting, I think boring. Okay, fine. Drag here, okay? And do all the same like that, okay? And after all done, okay, you check it together to find out whether they answer correct or not, okay? Submit the answer. Say 2 right, 2 wrongs, okay? Now, how then if teachers want to follow it up by finding out the correct answer? There are 2 ways. You just show directly here the answer, or you ask another students to give the answer. Because the activity is just matching, it's quite easy. So you don't have to spend time by asking them. So then, okay, you see here must be reversed like that, okay? But if the opportunity to answer really wide or open, okay, it's much better to discuss with them, okay? For example, it's an essay, and then you can ask the students, what exactly the correct answer for this, right? Until you find maybe one of them mention the correct word, okay? If nobody answer correctly, then you may show the answer here, okay? Like this one, okay? Right. and then write the answer here. Sorry, we submit answer, right? If you click here, because you pick the answer here, if you submit the answer, it will be considered wrong because you pick the answer by cheating here. So it just to show them that 2 correct and then this one wrong, and then it show the answer should be this one, and number 5 should be this one, like that. Okay, clear? Yeah, right. I go to another section. To go to another section, you can click the arrow faces right. Okay, this one. Look, in this section, you will find the icon like this. It means listening. Okay, so by referring to the instruction with partner, look at the photos and choose adjective from the word pool to describe each person. So there is listening, then they have to listen, and you have given an example in the beginning when you saw this word and you make your own your description for somebody. Okay, after that go to this section so they are familiar because you did in the beginning. So ask them to listen. Okay, after that they have to write down what characters or what adjective that refer to each person here. Okay, I will click the listening section.
CD 1, track 12.
I'm Ronnie. My 2 best friends are Sarah and David. Sometimes I think it's strange that we're friends because we're so different. Sarah's really funny. She makes me laugh. She's so positive about life.
Okay, see? So in the beginning, they have been trained to use the vocabulary in particular skills, right? Okay, but remember, our focus is not the listening itself, but how they understand the word, right? Okay, for teachers yourself, right? If you say leave your teacher's book in schools and you are at home, you have to prepare it. Don't worry, usually teachers trying to find where's the script, right? Okay, so you can find here, click here, and the script available here. Even you can make it wide. Okay, right. Of course, it is not to be shown to the students, not to be exposed to the students. It's just for teachers. Okay, so you can prepare your own when you hear the word that may be strange, and then you can take a look from this script. Okay, so this is quite helpful for teachers. Okay, right. So you don't have to go to what we call it folder, search which track, no at all, because all listening will be available here. Okay. Sorry. All right. Okay, I close it. Right. Other thing that which is necessary
CD
to be
1,
known is
track 12.
when you click one of the sentence here in red, it will be repeated. Okay, wait a second.
I'm Ronnie. Sometimes I think it's strange that we're friends because we're so different. Sometimes I think it's strange that we're friends because we're so different.
See, you can repeat several times only by clicking this sentence. Okay, of course, do not show these to the students. You may close or just turn off the LCD and then ask them to listen and they repeat it, right? The consequence of this is by knowing that it can be functioned well. So you know now, for word, for example, if there are some words that have to pronounce well, then not only the teachers can do, but also the audio can help. You click it once, repeat it several times for some difficult word to be pronounced. Okay, so that will be helpful. Okay, I go to another section. Okay. Oh, sorry, go back to the section first. I can do this. After they finish finding out the adjective, writing the adjective matched to each person here, then you can click the tick icon here, the tick symbol here, and here are the answer. Okay, so make sure that the answer correct. Yeah, okay. And even you can make, you can run a little discussion with the student. Okay. Next section, still about vocabulary. Here, how they complete the dialogue, okay, by listening to this section.
CD 1.
But he isn't crazy about journalists. He thinks most of them are arrogant, dishonest, and irresponsible.
Right. Okay. So, where they can do this, they can write down the answer in their student's book. Of course, they will have the student book, and it's totally duplicate of the student's book, so they can write there. And if you want to check it together, then do the same thing. Okay. Because he is no kind of drop down activity. So we have to this write down here what the answer is. Okay. What do you want to be? I want to be, for example, doctor. Okay. Maybe that's what the student here. Okay. Right. And submit the answer. Wrong. And then you can go back here. Okay. Ask another student what the answer is. That's the way. Okay. Until they find the right answer. Okay. Then, when all done, right? When all done, right? So then they learn thing here. So how then, what is it? They know a kind of provision. They know about the word, adjective word here, okay? And the most important thing is when you have little time and you make it as a pop quiz, for example, okay? If you make it as pop quiz, again, you ask them to write down in their student's book. After that, they have to send the answer directly to you. So you find platform that make it easy for you to collect the pop quiz. Remember, it's pop quiz, yeah? So it must be quick, okay? Maybe through WA, you create group and then they send to your WA and make sure all of them sending the answer. When they have done the answer, of course, you don't need to wait for another session to show the answer. Then ask them to take a look the answer and check it, whether their answer match with the answer or not. So you just show the answer like this, okay? So then the students can find out whether the answer correct or wrong. If that's wrong, ask them to correct it, okay? But, you know, once you do this with the student, actually you are making corrections to the mistake. But other side, you can also take the score, or you can evaluate their understanding by having the works of the students in a pop quiz that they have sent to you, okay? Right, what you need to do is simple, just take picture and then send to you, right? In very simple way, right? And of course you may collect their work too, right? Okay, right. And if we click here, continue here, right? All related to vocabulary. The exercise is quite a lot here, okay? Even speaking with vocabulary. So this is what I mean. There are a lot of exercise. Again, consider your time. If you have a lot of time in a week, say you have 6 hours or 8 hours, that will be better then, right? So you have much time to expose them to many exercises here in one section. But if you have limited time for that, you select in the beginning which exercise that you are going to give to the students. The point is they know how to use the vocabulary as the target language and recycle it, okay? Right, so in this section, say in one session, you focus on vocabulary, but it's already with there is listening there, listening activity. Also a bit in in writing, like completing the sentence or dialogue like that. Then this is what you have, this is what you do through Google Meet, right? Next, after it's done, next task is you give them assignment, right? Based on what they have just learned, right? Because remember the basic concept of teaching, right? You know, presentation, practice, production, right? You remember that? Presentation, practice, production. Presentation, as we have been doing now, just like the way teachers guide students in the beginning when they are learning new topic, right? That's the presentation session. Do not Do not misunderstand on presentation as you have been doing, asking the student to go in front of the class and they have to present the topic, or they have to present one title, one theme. Not that way, okay? But presentation in teaching here, in English teaching in here, is how the way teachers present the chunks of the language, the topic, okay, the content of the units, right, in such way which is teachers quite dominant, right? Because the teachers lead here, okay? Over 70% of the time taken by teachers, okay? Teachers give explanation. It doesn't mean the students abandon, no. In the process of presentation, teachers have to engage them, okay? Right. When you show the questions like this and you ask them to answer, right? Or when you give a description and student answer, that's the process of engaging them into activities, right? Then the point, after you deliver this, then you need to check the understanding, right? On the vocabulary that they have learned. What teachers can do, go to practice stage, okay? The second stage we call practice. That means the teacher's role is taken back, not too much interfere, because now this is the time for students to prove that they understand and they know how to use the vocabulary, okay? So then what teachers have to do is prepare the exercises that they have to do without the teacher's guidance, without involving much teacher guidance anymore, okay? So then, where teachers can take it? First, teachers can take from the rest of exercise that you have here, which is related with the vocabulary, okay? Right? You select your own. Or you go to the workbook, okay? Go to workbook. Here, the workbook unit 1, personality, okay? Let's open it. Okay, take a look here. Okay, I will play first. Right, like this, okay? See here, this vocabulary are the words that have just been learned with the student, right? Nothing new there, right? The point is actually, this is the process of strengthening, confirming their understanding on the vocabulary that we exposed, okay? So this is what I have to do. So you can pick then exercise 1 for the exercise, okay? And then exercise 2, because the words remain the same, okay? And then let's take a look at exercise 3. Exercise 3. It's mean by taking a look at exercise 3, it seems that the vocabulary which are not related with what you have taught in the beginning, perhaps it's gonna be the next session. So do not give exercise 3. Even exercise 4, not necessary to be given. Why? Because it will be new for them. So you focus on the exercise 1 and 2. How to deliver it, okay? When you're using Google Classroom then, okay, you can clip, or what is it? Screenshot it, okay? You just screenshot it and then attach in Word or attach in PowerPoint and then share to the student through Google Classroom. Okay, that's the way. And then let them answer that in separated e-paper, or maybe if you change it into Word, that would much better, that you can write down directly there. Or maybe with a little bit effort, you just copy paste it, or you just retype it in Google Form, okay, and attach in Google Classroom, okay. So that's the way. What you have to, you just have to make sure that the template in Google Form match with what the instruction here, okay. That's what you can do, right? Some teachers do not take effort. What they have to do usually just print screen, just take pictures of this, okay, through in the screen. After that, send to the Google Classroom and share to the student, right? So it's on your choice, yeah. Okay, then first session will be done with this, okay. Should then teachers go to production? when you deal only with the vocabulary, of course, the production is not necessary that time. It's not a must. In every session, always ended with production. No. But at least the two stages are covered, the presentation and practice stages. Okay? Right. When you are giving this, and they have finished with this and they have collected with, to you, then it can be discussed in the next session. You go to the new chapter or to the new topic, okay, or to the new section, then you can discuss a little bit about this, maybe for for 2 or 5 minutes, yeah. If 1 minute, one exercise, 1 minute done is okay, right? Or if you still have time in that session, discuss it. After they collect the work and you want to discuss it, that will be much better, okay? The point is, do not go to the new one if it hasn't been touched, if it hasn't been discussed with the student before it's been checked by the teachers, because teachers need to make sure that they understand of this vocabulary or not, okay? That's a point. Right. How to check it? If you want to check it, either in the session or in the upcoming session. First, if you take the symbol here, the tick symbol, okay, it is functionable. So you pick the arrow, okay, this one, right? Okay, make sure the icon change. See the different, yeah, okay, right. If you use hand, then you can drag up, down, left, right, like this, and it changes to the arrow like this, okay, and click here, right? It shows the whole answer. Okay, so this is the way of checking the workbook, a bit different from student book, yeah, right? Okay, or here, okay, if you click here, sorry, oh, not function well. Wait a second, it should be function.
Side, Pak.
On the right hand.
There is a
Oh
box.
yes, right hand, right here.
There is
Okay,
a box.
some others will be here, some here. Okay, so like this one, right? Or these. Okay, see, like this one, right? See here. Okay, so it cannot be shown one by one. It will shown at once. Yeah. Okay, that's the way. This is how to use the workbook. Again, how if teachers take it as a pop quiz? That will be okay too. All right. So the point is, when you deal with the student's book, let's make it simple. Yeah. For example, this one, personality. Okay. I picked the other one. Yeah. Say when you go to this section, for example, you see here 1.6 listening, and here are the exercise. Okay. So remember the concept of teaching. You have to deal with the stage of teaching systematically in pre-listening, whilst listening, and post-listening, right? Post-listening, just like production in general concept, right? Okay, so like this, 1.3 listening. Say that you have touched this with the student and you want to give them assignment, you want to give them exercise, and you would like to take it from the workbook. Click the arrow up here and go to workbook unit 1, okay, here, and then search the listening. Wait a second. Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry. Here we go. This is the listening language practice, okay? So you can pick any of this exercise as pop quiz, okay? Or exercise. Once they finish it, they collect in and you can check it with the student. This one, right? Okay. If there is listening audio with that, then you can play here first.
CD 1, track 20.
Okay, I'll make it bigger.
Hi, I'm Becky. Your teacher has asked me to talk to you about doing volunteer work in Africa. I worked in South America a few years ago, and then in Africa.
Right, okay. So here, the students can listen to it too, okay? There are two ways actually, through the CD or through the files which audio files have been converted into MP3 and zip, okay? So if you need the MP3 file, because say maybe they want to save it in the student's smartphone, let me know. Okay, so I will ask the staff to send you the zip file of MP3 for this audio for the students. Meanwhile, teachers, this is enough, right? Because you have got all the audio here. Okay, you don't have to go to the track. Okay, and also the script here too. Okay, for students, if you think that necessary, and I think it's necessary. Okay, right. So again, that's the way how to deal with this. I guess you make sure that when you're dealing with listening, reading, whatever it is, okay, you find the symbol. Okay, it means unit 1, part 3, listening, and in every exercise correlated what you learn from or what you teach from here. Okay, from here. Okay, it's all correlated. Okay, what you have to do, make sure that what you teach, what you assign match with what you teach. Do not assign, even though it is in listening, which haven't been taught to the student. Okay, because the effect is some student may well not know exactly what I have to do with this, or they find, oh, it's a new word for me, like that. Okay, but once they learn new word and then you give the assignment and interrelate what you have been teaching, then it will help them confirming, consolidating or strengthening their understanding on chunks of language that they are learning. Okay, like that one. How about video? Okay, I'll go to grammar that I mentioned, that grammar. Oh yeah, one more thing. In listening, it will be equipped with audio. All reading equipped with audio. The function is for reading aloud. Okay, it is to minimize. Okay, not to delete, not to erasing the students' role in reading aloud or teachers in reading aloud. No, but to get them familiar with the intonation in reading narrative and descriptive, of course, will be different. Okay, and also to get them familiar with the accentuation with dialects, all right, British or American ways, like that. So that's the point. So what they hear, not simply the teacher's voice, but also the native voice, even the native speaker is not there, like that. That's the point. So we'll be equipped with the audio too, okay, for reading aloud. Okay, and then okay, here grammar, right? Okay, again, here it's kind of a perception. Actually, you can refer your teacher's book to find out what you can do with a perception. There are many ways. Okay, and then okay, this is grammar focus. All right, okay, it's about using verb in and verb to infinitive, yeah, gerund and verb to infinitive. Okay, which I'm going to show you the video, which help student understanding it through the context. 1 second. Oh, this is with listening, the grammar with the listening for speaking. For speaking to, wait a second. Wait, let me see from the inventory. Unit, oh, I see, in grammar unit 1. Okay. Right. Okay, the teachers like this. The seems in this section, it is not equipped with the video, the grammar not equipped with the video, about ing, verb ing and verb to infinitive, but some other will be equipped with the video. And if there's video, which help teachers in teaching grammar, there will be icon like camera here. Okay, for this one, it use listening. Okay, and you don't have to go to the inventory. The inventory only help you to find out where the video existing. Okay, like this one on 1.2. So you don't have to go inventory. There will be icon like video. Okay, sorry, this one speaking, grammar. Oh, it's 1.5. Should be 1 point. Here we go. Okay, give me seconds. I'm going to search the video with this. Oh, so it's listening. Submit answer. This one. This one. Oh, I see. Okay. Right. There's supposed to be one here. Okay. Grammar. So here is the grammar animation. Okay. Should be this one. Yeah. 1.2. It's simple present example. And the video. Okay. Like that.
Do you know those boys next to the window?
He's into science and literature. He reads scientific American and Russian novels.
What's awful? This music!
Anyway, I'm having some problems with my computer.
This music is awful. I can't hear anything. What are you having problems with?
My computer! It's crashed 3 times this week.
Right.
Do you know those boys?
Does he like books?
See, after the animation, we
Listen,
bring them to context.
does, and
There is explanations after that, like this one. The native speaker explaining the points of grammar, okay? And
wait questions.
it is equipped also.
In the present simple, for yes/no questions,
He's next to the window.
do you
With the slide like this one. So there are 2 ways then. You let him, while you are teaching this, for example, through Google Meet, you can let the native speaker explain it, or you just let the slide goes, okay, and then you explain it. You explain it. The teachers explain it, okay. Some teachers usually mix with Bahasa Indonesia to explain this a bit, not taking much time to explain it, and that's fine. So teachers take the role to explain it instead of the native speaker here explain it. Okay.
those boys next to the window? Does he like books? Remember that for questions in the third person, the main verb does not have an S at the end. And remember that do becomes does.
Right. Okay. And the script here. Okay. So then, one that teachers get here, first they are equipped with the context to understand the grammatical point and the grammar function. After that, there's a slide in the video like this one, and you have 2 choices. Either the native speaker explain it directly to students, or you take over that role, you explain it, okay? Meanwhile, here you just turn off the audio. You can just drag the audio off here. So let it on and then you explain it, okay? That's the way. Of course, need a bit practice for you, okay? Right, and then you go to exercise here, right? Okay, it's supposed to be, there is one here. In other grammar, all scattered around, and you will find here there's supposed to be one icon, yeah? And the inventory here. If you want to find directly here, that will be fine too, because it has been arranged this way, okay? For lesson 1.2 grammar, and you find, oh, it's about present.
What's he like? Do you know?
Simple, for example, again, in form of question, right, etc., etc. Okay, so those were about video on grammar. Other video is related to speaking activities. Okay, again, in speaking section, you don't need to go to this section actually, because the outcome of video will be here.
Friends, and they want to meet you.
Hey, that's cool. What do you and your friends usually do in your free time?
We spend a lot of time watching DVDs and listening to music.
Okay, and here the script. Okay, then as I taught you,
I'm into reggae, hip-hop,
you can
and
repeat
rap.
it.
I don't really like rock. We spend a lot of time watching DVDs and listening to music. We spend a lot of time watching DVDs and listening to music. I'm into reggae.
Me neither. Me neither. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Right. Okay. So drilling and repeating techniques will be functionable then when it is repeated several times and they repeat through drilling on what the utterances should be expressed. Okay. So right. So here are all the composition, the grammar, and then listening. Remember, listening, you teach from the beginning, the pre-listening, whilst listening, and post-listening. Reading also, you will find the structure, the pre-reading, and then whilst reading and post-reading, okay? And when you go to the production, then it means how you ask the student to produce things, either in spoken activities or written activities, right? So in this section, you have to make sure that they have covered the listening and reading first before going directly to writing. Okay. Say even in writing, you as a teacher, of course, right? Of course, we are not recommended to ask them to directly do free writing. They must be helped in the beginning on how to deal with writing. Okay. So the activity in writing, okay, should be structured systematically, starting from the pre-writing and vocabulary that you expose. That's enough actually, because usually will be related to what you have to do, what students have to do. The writing itself will involve the vocabulary that you learn in that unit. After that, guided writing, okay, guided writing, okay, and then free writing, yeah. So that's the steps, okay, right? Like this is in presentation section. You can do this way. Okay, this we call guided writing. Okay, this is a kind of writing, but they still are guided by student. It is in practice, okay, until finally they have to write one topic that you assign them. Okay, right? So like this one, it is still kind of guided writing. Okay, right. This kind of guided writing, right? And this one is free writing. You're only given them hints or clues, and after they have to do this. Of course, it's not suggested when you meet them after you teach a little bit vocabulary and then go, okay, go, jump to writing. I mean, too far. Meanwhile, they haven't been exposed to listening, haven't been exposed to reading, okay? And then you just directly go to this section. It's not suggested, it's not recommended, because they will get confused with this then, right? So make sure that it must be followed step by step, systematically. So at the end, when they do this, because that's the final section, it's kind of production, we call it. Our expectation, our learning objective as stated must be achieved, of course, right? After going through the process. So this one can be taken as a project for you, as kind of production activities, okay? That way, okay? Can we do production in speaking activities? Can a student produce things from speaking? Yes, of course. Like what? For example, they interview people and ask them about brother or maybe sister. After that, ask them what they are like, because the topic of personality, right? Okay, and then they record it, either with pictures or without pictures, right? The point is they make the question correctly, or they describe about brother, sister they own, okay, and they record the voice and send to you like that. So that's a kind of a production too, that we call production in spoken activities, okay, like that. Okay, right. So if you go to another chapter, the rest of the chapter, okay, you will find all structure or the compositions of the unit the same. Oh, sorry, I'll move it here. Okay, or it will be the same. Okay, the structure will be start from, again, vocabulary, and then grammar, listening, reading, and then there's grammar again, and then listening, speaking, and writing. Okay, that way. Okay, then if teachers finish with two receptive skill, listening and then reading, can teachers go directly to writing without speaking? Fine. Okay, or maybe just speak because of the time and speak only the speaking only. Fine. Okay, again, match with the time that you have. Finally, it's not only learning about vocabulary. I'm sorry, sometimes I find in the schools that what the teachers expose only vocab, grammar, grammar. Okay, the reason because they have no time like that. So it's much better than pick some vocabulary, pick some exercise only. After that, how those vocabulary can be used in the rest of the language skills there. Okay, and for productive skill, you may pick in a matter of time, speaking first, writing later on. Okay, or maybe you just writing and then another unit you pick the speaking like that. Okay, that's the way to negotiate with the time that you have. Okay, right. Last but not least, what I would like to show is here the iconic symbol here. I will expose some of them that may be necessary. First, look the folder icon, the folder symbol. It functions as attachment. It means when once you drag here, okay, sorry, I drop down first here. Once you drag here, then what you have to do is browse what file you would like to attach. Can be Word, can be PDF, can be PowerPoint, can be image, can be video, right? Whatever, okay? Say you have a video related to the topic and you want to attach it there, that will be okay. So click the videos here, find one of the videos that you would like to attach. I have one, I think, right, say this one. Okay, already. Comment is optional, you may put here or not. Okay. After that, close, right, and it will be here. If in the beginning you save it, you still remember for band that I am showing you, that I have shown you. So if you pick save your work, it means once you close it, it will be saved. So anytime you go to this section, you will find the folder here. Okay, because you start by not saving it, then it won't be saved. You close it and it won't be saved. Okay, how if teachers save RPP syllabus? That will be fine. You pick another folder and then find browse the file and attach it there and then close. Okay, then anytime you go to the section, it will be here. Can teacher also attach in one of the subsections? Say here, fine. So it means anytime you're opening it, okay, then the folder will be here. Okay, right. And if there's some folder here and teachers don't know what the content is about, you put sticky note here and give explanation, description, what it is about. Okay, close it, right? Okay. If you have link and the class connected to internet, I mean your computer connected to internet, and you just want to attach the link, the same. This what I have to do. The same activity I have to do is you drag this symbol and then find what is the address, the web URL address that you are going to attach. Just type it there or attach it there, close, and it will be here. Once you don't need it, you drag down here. Okay, right, that one. The other one is mask. This mask part can be used if you want to get the student focus on particular picture. For example, okay, I will magnify it like this. Okay, and drag up here. Of course, you don't want the students disturbed or distracted by any words or any kind of image on the left or down, right side. So then you can close the section which is distracting for the student. Okay, like this one, right? So this one only focus on the pictures that you can talk what the pictures about. Say maybe in speaking activity, yeah, right? Once you don't need it, then you just put in rubbish bin here, back, okay? And even you can type here, okay, blah, 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 right? Okay, if you want to give a note or annotation there, okay, or you want to scratch here, okay, draw thing there, okay, or erase it if you don't want to, okay, right, or highlight, okay, like this, you can highlight, okay, right. So you can, I think you can explore out all these iconic symbol. They will be very helpful, okay. Then here below you find the teacher's resource, the language resources, audio, video, and games. Games again will be attached in the section which is require games, okay. So you don't have to read from here, but once you are with this and you want to pick the games because you didn't saw the game in the previous lesson, go ahead. Say you finish unit 1 and go to unit 2, but in one time that you need, oh, I want to play around with play language with the students. What I have learned is unit 1. Fine, go to the games in unit 1, like this, okay? Right. This is all of the game. Okay, see. Snowboarding. Seconds. Right. From the games, then you can make it like competition and with the scoreboard here. Right, okay. So group 1, group 2, group 3, right? So you can make group in your choice, yeah, under your choice. Then into group 3, group 4, group up to you, okay? So here, the games are varied, like this one, the city sprint, okay? And then the other one is, let's see, football, if I'm not mistaken. Stepping stone, not that one. Stepping stone, no. City sprint. There should be football here. Crossword, pitch battle. Connection. Like this one, for example. Right, okay. Right, okay, so like that one. So if it's correct, then they will be given like A and there will be word after that, okay? So the game here are varied. If not mistaken, there is also like football, okay? So they have to, the two teams have to compete and when the opponent get the ball and then they hit the ball to somebody and there will be questions there or there will be sentences that have to accomplish, okay? After that, they will get score when they are able to answer it like that. So this is a game to maybe in quotation to kill time, yeah? When you have learned things based on the topic and then you go to the game, again, the function is to consolidate their understanding, okay? Like that, okay? Video, audio already attached here, so you don't have to worry that you have to search from here because all sections that require audio videos will be there. And then the language resource here contain of the grammar reference. For example, this one, you go to present tense and then you'll be directed to the reference of the grammar, okay? It is savable or downloadable and also can be shared for student, right? And actually in the students book also already available like this one, right? Okay, it's all in PDF. Okay, right. And then other thing is the word list, right? There's like an index and then teacher's resource. In teacher's resource, you will find photocopiable, okay? And each unit will be provided with many activities here, like this one. Okay, so if you use Zoom, there is functions of breakout room, so you can ungroup them into pairs or into group 3, group of 4, etc., etc. So that's in Zoom. Okay, I know in Google Meet is there function like that or not, so to explore it out. Yeah, but in Zoom I know there is breakout room. Okay, in breakout room teachers can interfere each group, but each group in students in group cannot interfere each other. Only teachers can interfere to each of the group there. So just like in classroom, you create group and you go to one group to another group. Okay, like that one. Okay, right, and then tests. Quite a lot here, starting from placement, and then unit tests, review tests, and even end of year tests. Speaking, even listening there. Okay, right. So here's the active teach. Please explore it out, and I open for any question later on. Okay, and for DVD-ROM, okay, you know, in DVD-ROM you will find the content is not the same like active teach. Activities because this company used to help you in teaching. Meanwhile, in DVD-ROM, it will contain of these aspect, these component in DVD-ROM. Okay, it means if you don't install DVD-ROM, actually it's already available in active teach. But if you want to focus only the document there and you install it, that will be fine. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, it is content of the document and also audio there. This audio also include there. Okay, the audio and the video, right? Okay, and also class audio in the DVD-ROM, right? So you have option for DVD-ROM. You may install it or not install it because the materials are already here all. Okay, right? And help is just a tutorial on how to go deeply, just as I have explained. So you can go to this section for help. Okay, right. All right. Okay. So that's a bit overview from me. Any question? I return back to Mr. Eko or Miss Effie, please. Thank you. Ada pertanyaan, Bapak Ibu? Am I too fast? No, right?
No.
No. Okay.
Mas Evi ada pertanyaan?
Tidak, Pak. Yes. Berarti yang di CD itu yang file tadi ya, active teach-nya belum ada ya? Bagaimana ya, Pak?
Yang active teach yang tadi Miss Evi tunjukkan yang di case tadi. Itu active teach. Itu yang tampilan seperti tadi itu. Tadi ada case-nya ya, yang di case tadi yang di Pak Miss Evi tadi. Ada case-nya hitam.
Yang CD sudah?
Ada Miss Evi. Ah, yes, that's right.
Oh,
Itu active teach kan ada bacaan di bawah ya, betul ya? Active teach ya.
Oh iya.
Right, that's it. Okay, itu yang diinstal ya oleh teman-teman. Yang di teachers book ada DVD, nah itu namanya DVD-ROM. Okay. Nah, DVD-ROM itu isinya adalah sebagian dari yang di active teach, yang dokumen-dokumen yang ada PDF tadi, yang ada audio, nah itu di situ. Tapi nggak akan ditemukan gambar sebagai active teach. Nah itu dia, that's right. Oke. Okay. Jadi yang DVD-ROM boleh install, boleh tidak sih, karena sudah ada di active teach. Okay. Nah untuk siswa, misalnya, siswa perlu audionya juga, let us know. Paling sederhana sebetulnya ini banyak di sekolah minta itu filenya kan, anak-anak. Inform kita guru-gurunya, email guru-gurunya, nanti zip filenya, file audionya kita kirimkan. Nanti tiap guru bisa ngirimin ke siswanya, oke, ke email siswanya. Jadi siswa tinggal download saja. Right. Karena nggak semua siswa punya CD playernya atau mungkin laptopnya nggak ada CD gitu kan. Mungkin ada yang pakai Mac, pakai Apple yang nggak ada CD-nya gitu ya, misalnya. So, but they can download it ya. Ini kita bantu kirimkan zip filenya gitu. Alright.
Bisa juga di RIP kali ya Ustadz Eko?
Di RIP juga bisa. Kalau ada CD-nya bisa di RIP terus langsung share ke siswa.
Iya.
Right.
Lain untuk fokus ini ada ini nggak Pak? Soal-soal untuk yang kayak kemarin di Gold Experience kan ada end year end year assessment, ada bahkan weekly assessment, unit assessment itu ada nggak Pak?
Oh ada. Itu yang tadi di Active Teach ada tes di situ. Kalau dibuka banyak sekali.
Oh iya, sip.
Kalau misalnya, saya mau kalau Active Teach mau fokus yang ngejarnya gitu kan. Terus mau ngambil yang khusus gitu. Nah itu yang di DVD-ROM itu diinstal saja, itu udah di situ juga.
Oke. Berarti fiturnya setiap buku kurang lebih sama ya Pak?
Betul. Setiap level nanti seperti itu.
Oke.
Right.
Ustadz Gani ada pertanyaan Ustadz Gani?
Pak Im mau bertanya.
Yes.
Pak Im, ideally, how long does it take for finishing chapter the whole chapter from vocab until writing?
Okay.
Kira-kira.
Okay. Thank you for the question. Ideally, kalau mau mengcover semua sebetulnya, kalau kita ikuti polanya gitu kan, itu paling nggak seminggu itu punya sekitar paling tidak dicadangkan 6 jam saja, 6 jam, oke. Itu bisa lah sampai 80%-nya itu bisa cover gitu. Nah, ketika ada 4 jam misalnya, 2 jam, nah itu harus lebih jeli itu milih kategori vocab yang mana saya ambil.
Terus kalau kita udah 6 jam, Pak Im.
Ya?
Di Alirsat sudah 6 jam.
Oh, that's great then. Berarti beli banyak waktu sebetulnya untuk bisa exploring itu ya, right? Nanti lagi-lagi pada exercise tadi ya harus mampu memilih. Jangan nanti habis waktunya, misal 3 session terus vocab terus gitu. No, oke, kayak gitu ya, teman-teman menyesuaikannya. Right. Nanti kalau udah vocabnya sudah, nah jumping ke misalnya skills yang awal ada listening, kan lebih enak ya. Di vocab sendiri udah ada sebenarnya initial listeningnya. Oke, fokusnya pada vocab sebetulnya, walaupun ada listening. Nanti ke listeningnya itu mengintegrasikan dari berapa chunks of the vocab itu di listening activity. Nanti ambil berapa latihannya gitu. Terus baru masuk ke reading kayak gitu. Right. Oke, gitu Pak Eko strateginya.
Ya, kadang kan gini Pak, proporsinya kan mungkin kita lebih banyak mouse-nya lebih ke speaking atau writing gitu Pak ya. Berarti bisa jadi untuk vocab maupun untuk grammar kita bisa mengalokasikan 6 jam pelajaran itu untuk 6 jam pelajaran bisa digabung Pak ya, misalnya di 6 jam itu kita setengahnya untuk vocab, setengahnya untuk grammar. Nanti untuk yang listening maupun speaking dan skill yang lain bisa agak diperpanjang Pak ya. Karena mungkin kan anak-anak lebih kesulitannya kalau mungkin grammar kan seperti matematika gitu loh Pak, kalau grammar gitu. Kalau misalnya di speaking kan lebih ke habitualnya di situ dan bisa agak diperpanjang Pak ya berarti ya.
Sure, no problem Pak. Jadi awal exposure mereka pada misalnya di 6 jam awal ada vocab grammar gitu kan, fine. Dan memang strukturnya begitu kan, ada vocab grammar gitu kan. Dan activity-nya pun sudah ada yang namanya listening di situ ada gitu ya, right? Nah nanti masuk ke skill specific listening-nya itu kan pure listening. Nggak lagi nyentuh tentang vocab-nya, grammar-nya, tapi how they use the vocab that they learn in that listening activity atau di speaking activity gitu. Nah, yang productive skill tadi ada 2 tuh, ada speaking sama writing. Lagi-lagi kita main di waktu nih. Kalau misalnya di unit gitu udah dicadangkan waktunya ada 12 jam misalnya, berarti nanti lihat begini. Kalau misalnya kalau dua-duanya nanti nggak bisa cukup nih, ambil salah satu skills-nya. Misalnya di writing-nya. Jadi habis reading, nanti writing saja, fokus di writing. Nanti speaking nanti bagian pada unit berikutnya gitu. Oke. Nah, tinggal membuat kesepakatan dengan rekan-rekan saja seperti itu nanti. Okay. Right. Anything else from Pak Abdul, perhaps? Pak Gani?
No question.
Okay.
I will have. I think I will have question when I'm doing this in the future.
All right. Okay, sure. You need to explore all of them first.
Pie-in has been been added to the group. So Ustaz Gani, whenever you want to
right.
you can discuss directly in the group.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, right. Thank you for taking me into the part of the group.
Okay.
Right. Feel free to put the questions there. Yeah. All right. Okay. Maybe later ya today. Later we talk if it is necessary ya Pak Soleh ya. Say that Al-Irshad ready with blended learning, for example. So we talk further. Oh really?
We have been implemented.
Oh, okay. So we have digital online part that we call learning management system from Pearson. The content there.
Oh yeah.
Right, you know about it, right? And what make it different with Google Classroom is in Google Classroom you have to upload your contents there first, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But here it's already there. Like Focus, all Metro Focus there. Okay. So what you have to do, just assign it. After that, the system will process the students' work, and you get the grade book like that. So
including the assessment.
Assessments there too.
Okay.
Right. So I mean, it's for further talk. If you think that it is ready to be implementable, fine. Okay. Because there's two different sections, printed and digital. Okay.
Okay. Specifically in Al-Irshad boarding, we have implemented blended learning.
Oh, I see. So right. So later we can talk about this further. Then you will have 3 options later on. One is the full offline. It means you just use printed books, just like conventional schools do. Second is hybrid, right? Mean using LMS content and the printed one. All right. So the combination of both. Okay. Or full online.
Okay.
Full online mean even the students' books already in digital there. The assignment also can be assigned online digitally there too, like that. So you have 3 options later on.
Ustaz Eko, mungkin nggak diterapkan juga di Semaid?
Sangat mungkin, Ustaz.
Okay.
Ya, kalau di boarding kan sudah jadi kebijakan umum. Semua mata pelajaran itu blended learning. Bahkan we have been specifically implemented flipped learning, Pak. Flipped mastery.
Right.
So that's why yesterday I asked you about how to implement flipped learning using this approach, the approach used in the book, because we're going to deal with PPP, right? But PPP. So sometimes PPP is not really relevant to flipped learning, and how we can accommodate, that is the question yesterday. But,
right. So there is prerequisite for that, okay?
Yeah.
If they're in the level, say above okay, so B1 minimally, the flip class can be implemented, okay? Right. All right. Okay.
Yes. An additional question regarding apa namanya, pembinaan guru, Pak Iin. We're going to have like teacher course. Course for teacher. We have already accepted the result from the placement, and we're going to plan to have like course in Al-Irshad. For teachers, what kind of book is more appropriate to use?
Oh, okay. Is it only for English teachers?
Only for English teachers.
Only for English teachers. Okay, right. If you wanna pick the printed one, there's one book that have been used and familiar for adult. We call it Cutting Edge.
Okay,
Cutting Edge, right? The Cutting Edge, the 3rd edition. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So not the first edition and the 3rd edition. Yes, Cutting Edge.
Okay, there are 6 levels for Cutting Edge.
Yes, that's right. So that's based on the level, right? B1, B2, like that. Okay. Secondly, if you prefer the online blended one, mean the contents should be online. There is one program that we call Pearson English Interactive. All right. So the contents there, the books there, the assignment there, the test there, all there. So all assigned. So what the instructors can do? Teachers, the instructors that act as a teacher in the group, just have to decide when they can meet. So they're not meeting every day, but say in 2 weeks or in 1 month, they have to meet, okay, to discuss what they have learned through the digital content, and also what they have done in digital content. And the teachers or instructors need to assign them, right? So that's what the blended happen in PEI, Pearson English Interactive. Okay.
So and maybe later we're going to discuss with the teachers whether or not we're going to use the online version or the offline version.
Right.
Okay.
So my suggestion, take the online one, sir.
Untuk guru online ya, Ustaz Eko. Enaknya online atau gimana?
Online.
Yeah.
Oh ya.
Okay. And you can pick the instructor your own. Yang kemarin nilainya paling tinggi misalnya itu jadi instructor-nya gitu.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, we have decided the one who will be the instructor for the other.
Great. That's great then. Right.
Cutting edge ya, Pak. Jadi kalau cutting edge berarti ada cutting edge 1, cutting edge 2 sampai cutting edge 6.
Ya, ada levelnya, disesuaikan dengan levelnya. Jadi nanti digrupkan tuh mereka, guru-guru digrupkan, nanti mana yang di cutting edge B1, mana cutting edge B2. Misalnya ada yang B1 yang mau mendekati ke B2, berarti yang pelajarin nanti yang cutting edge yang B2-nya gitu. Right, kayak gitu. Right. Nah, PI itu lebih spesifik lagi nanti. Ada range-nya di situ, Global Scale of English. Jadi kita letakkan nanti guru-guru pada posisinya berdasarkan hasil yang kemarin itu. Nanti satu jadi instruktur. Oke. Okay? Right. Biasanya guru kalau gurunya yang sudah B2 itu ya speaking juga sudah mampu lah gitu. Right.
Untuk LMS-nya sendiri gimana, Pak? Kapan kita ngobrol LMS nih?
Learning Management System. Next week will be okay.
Oke, nggak apa-apa.
Right. Kita discuss seperti apa konten LMS itu ya.
Iya.
Mungkin 2 sekaligus ya, PI itu sama topiknya Learning Management System yang fokus ya. Nanti topiknya judulnya apa saja? Yang wider world juga ada, yang
pokoknya semua bukunya Pearson ada di LMS.
Betul. Okay. Okay. Dan bagaimana nanti fungsi-fungsi itu bekerja di LMS-nya, so you can compare with Google Classroom.
Mungkin nanti Pak Iin, mungkin saya terus Ustadz Eko nanti ya, sama Ustadz Fahmi paling Pak. Sementara 4 orang kira-kira paling cepat aja Pak. Kalau bisa sih cepatnya Pak, biar keputusannya bisa cepat di.
Oh, I see. Oke. Di minggu ini, quite full this week. Minggu depan itu di hari, sebentar, saya coba lihat dulu. Yang mungkin nggak nih Pak. Hari Selasa. Selasa pagi bisa, Pak?
Oke, siap. Jam berapa, Pak?
Selasa pagi kita jam 9 will be okay?
Oke.
Right.
Karena implementasi ini walaupun nanti pembelajarannya tidak online, karena ini dipakai di seluruh unit, jadi LPP juga, yayasan juga pengen melihat progres capaiannya gitu loh, Pak. Nah, dengan LMS juga kan bisa membantu artinya. Bisa kelihatan, maksudnya di sekolah ini seperti apa, di sekolah ini seperti apa, bisa terpantau juga oleh yayasan kan melalui LMS itu. Bisa nggak Pak? Begitu?
Bisa seperti itu Pak, that's true. Makanya tadi ada 3 pilihan tadi, right? Right. Tapi memahaminya, mohon maaf, bukan begini ya, bukan ini sebagai pendamping dari yang netbook ya. Jadi
betul,
sekolah
Pak.
punya pilihan apa printed atau mau LMS gitu ya sebelumnya. Untuk proyeksi ke depan lah gitu.
Betul.
Nah, karena Pearson itu dari UK-nya membagi seperti itu. Kalau kita sih maunya di Indonesia begini, ini printed mereka kasih juga dong itu, ternyata enggak. Dia menjual yang printed atau yang digital gitu. Gitulah. Right. Kamu untuk proyeksi ke depan paling nggak ada gambaran dulu gitu ya.
Betul Pak, betul. Jadi kita bisa decide juga.
Right. Oke.
Ustadz Eko hari Selasa ya Ustadz?
Ya bisa.
Disempatkan waktu.
Oke.
Karena kebetulan Pak Eko ini yang ahli
IT.
LMS.
Oke, right, that's great man. Bisa di scrutinize gitu ya. Right. Nanti saya tunggu link dari Pak Soleh.
Ya, siap.
Oke, link dari Pak Soleh ya, invitation Pak Soleh. Oke, fine.
Thank you, Pak Iin.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Soleh. Thank you all teachers. Hopefully we can meet in your school later on, right? So stay healthy ya, and keep being safe ya.
Thank you, Pak Iin.
Thank you.
Kindly welcome.
Ustadz Eko, kita ngobrol dulu ya abis ini.
Oke.
Kita boleh keluar nih, Ustaz?
Belum.
Oh, belum. Oke.
Saya pengen lihat dulu, pengen dengar dulu kesannya dari antum semuanya, dan kira-kira kemajuan apa yang bisa kita raih dengan model atau katakanlah perangkat yang kita pakai dari Pearson Education.
Kalau kemajuan itu pasti ada, Ustaz. Cuma concern saya adalah tidak semua siswa itu punya wifi ternyata, Ustaz. Gitu. misal di kelas Quran ya, ternyata setengah dari mereka tuh menggunakan koneksi
Kuota.
HP, ya kuota gitu istilahnya. Nah, concern saya adalah di situ karena sepertinya akan makin banyak kuota yang terserap untuk bahasa Inggris gitu ya, karena ini online sebenarnya bagus banget gitu. Cuma ya gitu, paling concern saja untuk anak-anak yang pakai kuota, berarti kan kuotanya makin banyak tersedot gitu. Tapi insya Allah sih bagus gitulah kayak gini.
Ya.
Oh iya,
Kalau buku hardnya, Ustadz, hard booknya, yang hard cover hard copy-nya, itu yang printed udah ada di LPP, tinggal diambil dan semuanya free untuk siswa.
Oh ya, alhamdulillah. Full color juga kan ya?
Full color semua untuk siswa free, tinggal ambil aja, tidak usah bayar, tidak usah beli.
Oke, alhamdulillah. Ya, thank you, Ustaz. Insya Allah sih bagus.
Jadi untuk fokus satu itu semua udah ready, sejumlah siswa SMA boarding dan SMA IT. Termasuk SD juga, termasuk college experience juga semuanya udah ready semua, tinggal dibagi aja pokoknya. Yang saya itu yang concern di boarding justru malah gimana caranya buku ini nyampe rumahnya anak-anak.
Nah,
karena rumahnya jauh-jauh.
Walah, satu-satu, Ustaz.
Hah?
Satu-satu kirim.
Nah ya makanya kan. Loh tapi kirimnya nggak nanggung-nanggung loh, Ustaz. Ada yang ke Nunukan itu Kalimantan Utara, ada yang ke Papua gitu loh.
Kelas 11 ada yang anak Kalimantan ya, kelas 11 fokus saja. Ya, ada di.
Nah ya itu yang kayak gitu. Nah kalau boarding 50% segitu semua. Jauhnya segitu semua.
Oh iya, paling concernnya satu lagi Ustadz, bukan maksud saya mengejudge ya. Kadang saya berpikir bingung ngajar ke anak IPS gitu loh. Bukan berarti saya bilang mereka low gitu ya, tapi ya memang seringnya seperti itu.
Oh ya.
Gitu.
Ya itu lebih ke ini ya Ustadz ya. Mungkin itu tidak akan langsung terbantu dengan media yang akan kita pakai menggunakan present, tapi itu lebih ke ini sih mungkin how we can motivate the students ya, mungkin itu di dimensi lain ya, di ranah lain mungkin di pedagogical competence ya memang.
Nah iya.
Itu lebih di pedagogical competence juga sih kayaknya. Ya kita itu concern juga saya, tapi kayaknya itu step kedua kan kemarin sebagaimana saya sampaikan bahwa kita coba ini kan ke step 1 dulu, di mana yang paling menentukan, paling menjadi prasyarat utama kita menjadi seorang guru bahasa Inggris tentunya kan language proficiency kan. Nah, language proficiency selesai baru nanti kita ke pedagogical competence. Kita walaupun mau ngomong kayak apapun, sepanjang apapun terkait dengan pedagogical competence, selama language proficiency kita belum bisa memenuhi standar, tentu itu akan banyak menghadapi masalah ya. Sehingga mungkin itu kita urai satu-satu gitu loh. Jadi memang ya itu lebih ke pedagogical competence sih anak-anak. Kan itu hubungannya sama motivation, tapi kayak motivation terus ya mungkin ada belajar, itu juga mungkin ke PAE juga kan, akhlak gitu kan. Mungkin dimensi yang lain. Ya kalau kita berbicara pendidikan memang variabelnya banyak. Cuman kita sekarang lagi pengen coba selesaikan variabel-variabel yang langsung kaitannya dengan kita gitu. Dari Ustaz Eko mungkin gimana Ustaz Eko terkait dengan penggunaan Pearson ini, kira-kira apa yang akan kira-kira bisa kita selesaikan yang tidak bisa kita selesaikan dengan menggunakan buku-buku sebelumnya?
Kalau semisal pakai Pearson, intinya kan sudah terstruktur saja, sudah terstruktur ya. Juga terstruktur memang itu sangat membantu siswa dan gurunya jelas. Ya. Jadi gini, kalau misal kita kan masih fokus di yang hard ya, hard booknya itu kan biasanya. Kalau semisal saya berpacu di kelas 10, kalau semisal kita mau pakai, ya sudah kita tinggal milih aja gitu, mau start yang mana gitu ya, dari chapter yang mana yang sesuai dengan mereka. Kalau saya sih mau start dari sekarang pun atau dari semester depan pun, kalau menurut saya pandangannya sih it's okay gitu ya, karena ini mumpung nggak ada ikatan kita dengan pemerintah tentang kurikulum, ya bisa dipakai gitu. Apalagi nanti kita kan masih tetap online ya memang online kadang susahnya itu kita harus mengkonvert beberapa beberapa materi yang ada di fokus biar ke anak-anak gitu. Tapi kalau menurut saya sih dengan materi yang on the track banget kayak gini sih, bisa dicoba sih kalau menurut saya, daripada kita nanti fokus nih ya dari kurikulum pemerintah yang mana kadang materinya juga kita juga harus cari, mumet, kadang juga nggak pas, kadang nggak cocok, kadang mungkin dianggap siswa itu terlalu berat gitu kan, terlalu berat. Contoh aja reading, contohnya ya reading gitu kan, mungkin sama anak kan ya karena kita keterbatasan waktu untuk memikirkan kreativitinya kita sama
ya betul.
Ya itu akhirnya mentok hanya tugas yang mungkin sama anak diajukan gitu. Tapi kalau memang kita benar-benar mau baca ini gitu ya, dari step step ini kita pakai beberapa chapter yang di semester ini atau semester depan itu anggapan saya sih seperti itu kan.
Jadi benar ya kata Ustadz Eko tuh yang paling penting dan biasanya kita banyak menghadapi masalah adalah struktur pengajaran ya. Itu mikirin skenario pembelajaran kan pusing banget, itu bisa berjam-jam. Ini apa dulu, terus di situ habis mikirin struktur tinggal mikirin materinya kira-kira yang pas apa, terus kemudian bahan yang harus saya siapin apa gitu kan. Video-video yang pas nyarinya di mana, terus kalau udah nemu, ini harus diedit dulu, terus nanti bikin soalnya gitu kan, terus aktivitas kegiatan yang harus dibawa, medianya apa gitu kan. Itu kan sebenarnya yang sering mungkin diungkapkan dalam sebuah statement bahwasannya ngajarnya 2 jam, tapi persiapannya tuh bisa sampai 8 jam gitu loh. Nah, sekarang yang 8 jam itu diganti oleh Pearson gitu. Karena strukturnya yang mikirin Pearson. Materinya udah ada dari Pearson. Soal ulangannya ada dari Pearson. Bahkan ujian semester Ustadz Eko udah ada di Pearson gitu. Jadi Ustadz Eko tuh nggak usah perlu mikir-mikir bikin soal gimana, bikin soal. Sekarang udah bikin soal, belum tahu itu soalnya bagus atau enggak gitu kan. Nah, kalau udah dibikin sama Pearson kan udah pasti di sana ada Jeremy Harmar ya. Ada Jeremy Harmar itu udah pasti. Jadinya udah ada pakarnya gitu kan.
Jadi
Jeremy Harmar itu kan orang Pearson. Gitu.
Kalau misalnya kalau seperti itu kan jelas, nanti sisa waktu kita untuk mikirin step pembelajaran kan bisa untuk menambah ini English proficiency. Ya,
betul. Menambah English proficiency atau ngasih feedback saat. Nah, dulu kan kita yang kekurangan adalah ngasih feedback sama yang ngasih feedback untuk ke personal gitu lah. Dulu kan benar-benar nggak ada waktu gitu kan. Kalau sekarang kan hampir waktunya yang lain udah bisa tercover oleh Pearson, waktu yang sisanya kita bisa pakai untuk improve kemampuan kita. Terus kemudian ngasih feedback ke anak-anak bahwa kamu kurangnya di sini, kamu di sini. Artinya kita bisa lebih perhatian ke personal, ke personal. Jadi memandangnya itu begitu, sangat membantu. Kelemahannya untuk orang idealis gitu ya, untuk orang idealis mungkin kelemahannya adalah kita seolah-olah kayak dipakein kacamata kuda gitu loh. Kamu lurus begitu gitu, kayak kita harus ngikut. Tapi menurut saya nggak masalah sih, that's fine, karena menurut saya kusirnya profesional ya gitu. Jadi kita jadi kuda nggak apa-apa ya. Kusirnya juga profesional ya. Saya sih kayak gitu. Nah, sambil kita berkembang nanti kita kan melihat bagaimana si Pearson mengorganize pembelajarannya, nge-organize soal-soalnya, nge-organize media-medianya. Kan nanti lama-lama juga kita kan tahu, ngapal gitu ya. Nah, kita suatu saat malah justru bisa ngasih feedback ke Pearson, harusnya begini, ditambahin ini, sesuai dengan kultur, sesuai dengan konteks yang ada di kita. Itu paling saat. Jadi untuk sementara ya kita mungkin ya take it for granted dulu gitu ya. Nah, nanti sambil belajar kita sudah merasa oke, baru kita ngasih suggestion, ngasih tambahan ke Pearson apa-apa yang kira-kira bisa ditambahkan supaya kontekstual dengan keadaan anak-anak kita. Gitu. Menurut saya gitu. Yang paling penting banget itu tadi structure dan relevansi gitu loh. Antara kosakata gitu ya dengan ujiannya gitu kan. Udah pasti kosakatanya nggak boleh, yang di ujian itu nggak boleh ada kosakata yang dites selain kosakata yang udah diajarkan. Nah itu kan hal-hal yang selama ini kita sering banyak miss kan. Kosakata yang diajarkan apa, nanti ujiannya apa gitu kan. Itu sering yang kita miss. Ya karena memang waktunya banyak konflik.
Jadi apa sih namanya ya? faktor kalau bahasa Inggris itu sih kayak matematika gitu ya. Satu kelas kami semua contohnya kan, satu kelas ya kita bukan ngomongin yang anak yang low gitu ya, maksudnya anak-anak yang memang secara grade standar gitu ya, masa memang itu faktor dari ibunya gitu. Faktor dari saya contohnya dengan memberikan pelajaran dengan grade A1 contohnya, tapi setelah buat tes assessment ternyata grade-nya lebih tinggi dari itu gitu. Mungkin kok jadi salah satu faktor gitu loh. Tapi di saat sudah pakai ini kan insya Allah sudah grade-nya kan udah sama.
Iya betul.
Kayak gitu.
Jadi saat Rahayu ada tambahan? Ada tambahan apa enggak? Apa?
Kalau untuk boarding sendiri mau pakai ini kapan dan?
Ini nggak cuma untuk boarding, semua alisnya harus sudah mulai menggunakan.
Apa dari SD sampai SMA harus
Nggak semester depan, pokoknya sekarang. Setelah bukunya sampai di sekolah semuanya harus dipakai.
Iya.
Nggak nunggu semester depan, pokoknya sekarang.
Pelatihan dulu, Ustaz. Pelatihan dulu.
Ini habis pelatihan.
Itu bukan pelatihan, Ustadz, itu penjelasan. Maksudnya praktik gitu, seminggu dulu gitu. Dikasih waktu, maksudnya intinya dikasih waktu untuk saya mau praktek dulu sendiri kayak gitu misalnya. Ya kita lah bareng seminggu atau berapa hari kayak gitu. Benar-benar praktik kayak gitu. Ini baru barang baru banget.
Tadi habis dijelasin ya. Ini masih ada waktu Rabu, Kamis, Jumat, Sabtu. Ustadz Gani bisa latihan di depan cermin, ngajar pakai buku Pearson. Konten-konten yang ada di dalam buku bisa dibuka-buka, isinya apa, activity-nya dicari seluk-beluknya. Kalau udah oke semuanya, silakan langsung jalan. Kalau ada yang belum, silakan langsung ditanyakan Pak Iin di grup. Ya.
Effie looks confused. I think Effie has question.
Silakan Effie.
Nggak, Tat. Yang saya tanyakan ini, Tat. Kan itu kan ada bukunya ya, ada student book. Nah, tadi ini active teach ini, apakah ini hanya untuk guru atau diinstruksikan siswa juga sih, Tat?
Untuk guru, itu hanya untuk guru doang.
Hanya untuk guru.
Iya.
What will student get, Ustaz?
Nah.
What books that will student get?
Student book.
Student book. Workbooknya?
Workbooknya enggak.
Workbooknya buat PR.
Workbooknya buat PR. Atau bisa di apa namanya, screenshot, dicetak atau dikirim ke Google Meet gitu aja.
Ya Ustaz. Kalau itu ya, Tat. Kalau yang kemarin saya kan udah kan suruh pakai ya semester ini kelas 10. Saya coba yang pakai fokus 1 tuh, Tat.
Iya.
Nah, kemarin masih sistem sangat tradisional ya. Jadi saya ketik soal-soalnya gitu. Sangat terbatas listening-nya. Jadi saya cari listening sendiri yang agak mirip gitu ya. Kalau sekarang kan sudah terbantu, ada listening-nya, ada video. Nah, jadi menurut saya kalaupun nanti yang boarding itu nggak dibagikan buku hard file-nya, masih bisa sih, Tat. Dengan cara yang tadi kayak tapain di screenshot.
Enggak, nanti kita bagi kok semua orang. Nanti ongkos kirim ditanggung orang tua.
Oh ya itu.
Udah kita kasih buku gratis, minta ongkirnya gratis juga.
Tapi dari kemarin sudah pada tanya, Tat. Soalnya dulu saya pernah bilang ke anak-anak, nanti kalau kita tuh pakai kurikulum ini gitu. Katanya, kapan bukunya datang, gitu. Sebentar lagi dikirim di Jogja gitu. Berarti udah siap ya, Tat?
Sudah, tinggal diambil. Insya Allah hari Jumat pagi, semua guru saya tunggu di LPP dari setiap unit untuk ambil buku-bukunya. Tentu bawa mobil ya, jangan nggak bawa mobil. Nggak bakalan kuat bawanya. Bukunya banyak, berat gitu.
Terus nanti sistem pengirimannya nanti gimana, Tat?
Nanti itu biarkan Ustazah Emas yang mikir lah.
Oke. Siap. Terus ini, Tat, apa ya?
Apa?
Ini loh, Tat. Yang kayak tadi kan Ustaz kan tanya gimana kalau ini pakai flip. Kan tadi di video yang DVD ini kan ada audio sama videonya ya, Tat. Jadi apakah kita bisa menggunakan video itu untuk yang materi flip anak-anak gitu tuh.
Nah, kemarin yang saya tanyakan ke Pak ini mungkin nanti sekalian buat semuanya juga kalau misalkan mau pakai blended learning. Satu hal yang mungkin akan cukup apa ya, kontradiktif antara flip mastery dengan PPP. Tadi kan kalau kita lihat filosofi bukunya itu emang didesain udah pakai approach-nya itu pakai PPP, presentation, practice sama production. Di mana presentation itu di situ harus ada guidance dari teacher. Nah, kalau kita ini kan ke flip mastery itu kebalik. Kebaliknya di mana? Kan harusnya, berarti kan awal pembelajarannya, first step-nya kan malah justru kalau di flip mastery no guidance from teacher kan. Di mana anak dikasih video terus disuruh belajar sendiri, kan nggak ada guidance dari siswa, dari guru. Malah justru guidance-nya ketika practice dan production kan gitu kalau di flip. Nah, itu yang jadi masalah. Nah, itu jadi menurut saya kemungkinan untuk bahasa Inggris kemungkinan sulit kalau misalkan pakai flip. Karena bukunya udah didesain pakai pendekatan PPP. Gitu. Atau yang ya pengembangan PPP kan sebenarnya kalau di receptive skill itu kan ada pre, ada while sama post kan. Nah, di pre misalkan reading nih, berarti pre-reading. Nah, pre-reading itu harus ada guidance dari guru. Jadi totally guided kan filosofinya totally guided di pre-nya, terus di while-nya itu freer ya. Jadi 50-50 siswa ngerjain, ada guidance juga dari guru. Nanti di production-nya itu ya. Nah, atau di post-nya itu benar-benar siswa yang bebas gitu, Ustazah. Nah, mungkin kalau bukan flip, minimal itu blended, Ustazah. Jadi blendednya berarti nanti di kelas kita pakai untuk yang pre atau yang presentation, gitu ya. Atau mungkin setengahnya practice, gitu kan. Atau setengahnya whiles, gitu kan. Nah, nanti di online-nya yang free, gitu. Yang tanpa ada guidance dari guru, misalkan mereka nulis sendiri atau mereka apa gitu. Jadi asumsinya kalau di flip mastery itu kebalik. Yang waktu-waktu di mana guru itu harusnya mendampingi siswa adalah ketika practice dan production, gitu kalau di flip. Tapi kalau di sini, di filosofi ini, waktu-waktu di mana guru itu perlu mendampingi siswa adalah di kegiatan awal gitu. Jadi memang itu perbedaan antara konsep pembelajaran bahasa dengan konsep pembelajaran non bahasa gitu. Jadi itu disitulah bentroknya. Jadi kemungkinan untuk flip akan sulit. Kalau blended bisa, tapi flip kayaknya susah.
Ustaz, so will we use this only for 10 grade or 11 and 12 grade also?
It is obligatory for the teacher of 10 graders. It is obligatory. So 10 grader teachers are obliged to use this book. Package lah ya. For 11 and 12, it is up to them. Terserah. Tapi pasti setelah melihat ini kecenderungannya pakai Birsan aja.
Another question, Ustaz.
Yeah.
Currently, we only have 3 hours per week to teach English. As we know that this thing will run smoothly if we have at least 6 hours per week. How about that?
So what we can do is just decrease the target. This is abnormal situation. So we cannot let's say set the target which is the same as normal situation. So let's say we want to reach, every single student has to reach A1, yeah? A1 in 10 grades. But because this is a pandemic situation, yeah, so we cannot set the same target as a normal situation. Yeah, so yeah, let's say 3 hours, so we can just reach maybe half of the book, let's say. Gitu, Ustaz. Atau tadi kayak Pak Iin, mungkin di skip gitu. Atau mungkin diturunkan targetnya. It's up to you. It depends on the way you portray the capability of the students. Ya, mungkin Ustaz Gani melihat the capability of the student is quite high and quite good, so it is okay if we skip some of the activities inside the book. So it will match the provided time. We have only three hours a week. By maybe dismissing one of or some of the activities, 3 hours is enough. And it is also enough to reach the goal of the students, because the starting point of the students are also not really bad, let's say.
Okay.
Fokus satu kan sebenarnya itu assuming bahwa studennya itu masih zero gitu loh, Ustaz.
Iya paham, masih zero. Okay.
Tapi kan kayaknya student kita nggak se-zero itu gitu.
Ustaz,
belum, Ustaz Gani kayaknya belum selesai nanya.
Yeah, next question, Ustaz. So, okay, we have to decrease the target and we can skip some activities gitu ya.
Yeah, it depends on the situation, Ustaz.
Yeah, yes.
Maybe the target is the same, or maybe we can decrease the target. But from LPP, we will not set the same target as a normal situation.
Okay, I understand. Gini Ustaz, kelas 10 di SMA IT dan kelas 10 di SMA boarding. So I think we have to talk it together, discuss it together gitu, karena about the target kan, low targetnya baru sih.
Okay, ya.
Gitu, berarti maksudnya Ustaz?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely,
Okay.
Ustaz.
Who is the teacher for 10th grade in boarding school, Ustaz?
Ustaz Evi.
Oh, okay. Great. That's great. Oh, by the way, Ustaz, the new teacher, I think we have to really know who is the new teacher and when she or he will come to the school, because it is very important gitu loh. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The one you ask doesn't know better about that.
Oh, okay. I understand. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Tapi
Silakan.
insya Allah bagus-bagus, Ustaz. Bagus-bagus. Ada 4 gitu ya. Ada 4 guru. 2 dari UMP, yang 2 lagi kalau nggak salah ada yang dari UNS. Kayaknya dari UNS deh. Dari UNS. Tapi I'm not sure who will be deployed to SMA IT, who will be deployed to SMA boarding, or who will be deployed to SMP regular or SMP boarding. So I'm not sure.
Okay, I understand.
Because that decision will be with the LPP's decision. It depends on the LPP's decision who will be placed in certain institution.
Okay.
I have no authority to.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it will.
Tapi ada Ustaz. Mungkin Ustaz Gani kenal nggak nih? Ada Anggreni.
And yes, Anggita, and the one is the other one.
Anggreni, ada yang satu lagi yang di Johor juga, Ustaz.
Yeah, dari UMP juga. I know both of them. Anggreni is good in speaking.
Destri, ya.
Yeah, both of them are good, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it is better if we know the date and the time though when they will arrive kayak gitu, Ustaz.
Around November maybe. Around November or by the end of October.
Thank you, Ustaz.
Yeah. Because the job training will be started on October. Okay. So maybe 1 month, right? 1 month or 3 weeks job training. So maybe at the end of October or at the beginning of November.
One suggestion, Ustaz, if you teach kalau misalnya jenengan itu ngajari di job training ya, it will be better if you talk the real condition in our school, Ustaz. When my job training, the trainer didn't tell us the real condition about some student that actually ABK, some student that have low ability kayak gitu. So pada saat saya pulang dalam sini kaget juga gitu. Oh ternyata kayak gitu tidak sesuai ekspektasi yang pada saat disampaikan di job training gitu. Jadi, bukan bermaksud memerintah ya.
But in the end you will find the fact, right?
Yes. Finally.
Maybe this is one of the strategies, Ustaz Gani. As one of the strategy. Yeah. Not to make you fear from the very first place.
Thank you, Ustaz. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to tell you about the good of Al Irshad. Everything in job training. If we don't, so you will leave. You will leave me soon. You will leave us soon. Ya, Ustazah Hefi.
Ya, Ustaz Gadi. Halo, cek. Ya, begini Ustaz. Jadi untuk yang buku ini kan kemarin saya udah pakai kan di chapter 1, topik 1 maksud saya. Nah, satu topik itu ada 7 learning objective. Jadi kayak misalnya I can talk about free time, I can identify detail, gitu yang reading, I can bla 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 gitu ya. Pokoknya yang I can gitu. Itu kan learning objective kita gitu ya kan. Menurut Ustadz, lebih baik yang mana? Apakah kita mementingkan ketujuh-tujuhnya itu kita selesaikan atau lebih baik perbanyak topik kan? Jadi kan ini topiknya macam-macam. Jadi kalau ini kita ngomongin family and friends sampai 7 learning objective itu ngomongin tentang family and friends. Jadi pokoknya itu terus gitu. Nanti di kedua food atau apa gitu aja tentang food gitu loh. Tapi tetap ada 7 learning objective gitu. Menurut Ustaz, yang kita prioritaskan itu menyelesaikan 7 learning objective atau memperbanyak topik Tat?
Learning objective Ustazah. Karena kalau topik itu nanti anak-anak tuh bisa ngembangin sendiri gitu loh Ustazah. Yang terpenting adalah target language-nya benar dulu. Misalkan kayak asking suggestion. Maybe asking suggestion in the context of misalkan office atau in the context of misalkan classroom, in the context of, yang terpenting adalah target language-nya bisa dulu. Nanti kalau misalkan kita fokusnya ke topik-topik gitu ya, kita kan di bahasa tidak belajar topik, tapi yang dipelajari adalah language ability gitu kan. And topic is one of the part, tapi this is not the priority of learning objective. Yang paling penting tentu adalah learning objective-nya Ustazah, dan itu make sure bahwasannya itu tercapai. Once you have been sure that all the objectives have been achieved by the student, so you can just expand the topics. If the time needed is still there gitu. Kalau masih ada waktu ya silakan. Kalau waktunya udah mepet, tapi sebenarnya Pearson GC itu dalam menentukan topik saja itu sudah sesuai levelnya gitu loh, Us. Jadi untuk topik-topik tertentu ya pasti akan berat, dan biasanya untuk topik tertentu itu membutuhkan target language yang berbeda atau target language yang lebih berat. Misalkan kayak topiknya, misalkan katakanlah apa Ustazah, misalkan Alfamart gitu ya, atau misalkan buying something, atau misalkan ke toko atau ke apa. Di sana target language-nya akan berbeda Ustazah. Biasanya di sana kan akan ada misalkan berarti menawar, misalkan menanyakan item atau apa namanya, nanya harga atau nanya apa gitu. Biasanya itu topik akan terintegrasi dengan target language-nya. Biasanya di dalam salah satu approach yang biasa kita pelajari itu ada namanya task based teaching ya. Ada task based teaching kan ada. Nah, itu juga salah satunya adalah menjelaskan bahwasannya belajar bahasa itu biasanya tidak bisa dilepas dari apa ya namanya topik tertentu gitu. Kalau kita ngomong di pasar pasti target language-nya biasanya berbeda kan, grammar-nya juga beda, function-nya juga yang dipakai juga beda. Kalaupun ada text reading juga biasanya kalau di pasar kan biasanya readingnya tentang apa? Tentang sale gitu kan, tentang promo gitu kan. Tapi kalau Ustazah ke mana, misalkan ke stasiun nanti biasanya direction kan gitu. Bagaimana cara melakukan sesuatu gitu Ustazah. Jadi biasanya ketika Pearson menentukan topik tertentu biasanya emang udah sangat relevan dengan target language gitu Ustazah. Dan menurut saya nggak apa-apa sih kalau misalkan Ustazah nggak perlu apa namanya kayak expand your own topic sih. Apa Ustazah khawatir topiknya jadi kurang menarik untuk anak-anak?
Enggak sih, Ustaz. Maksudnya isinya satu buku banyak topik gitu loh. Apakah kita harus menyelesaikan topik, targetnya tuh topik atau gitu?
Oh, yang learning objective pasti. Learning objective. Tetapi inherently ketika Ustazah itu mentargetkan learning objective, itu nanti pasti topiknya juga akan sangat berkaitan gitu loh. Biasanya kalau learning objektifnya berubah, biasanya topiknya berubah. Gitu. Konteks gitu loh, konteks.
Iya, Tad.
Misalkan kalau di topik pertama itu ada family. Learning objektifnya ya pasti ada hubungannya yang biasa dipakai di family gitu kan.
Iya,
Supaya lebih enak aja sih Us ngebahasnya. Coba kalau misalkan Ustazah nggak pakai topik, kan susah. Karena di dalam communicative competence kan salah satu yang terpenting adalah konteks, memahami konteks. Berarti karena kita nggak bisa ngajarin bahasa tanpa ada topiknya gitu loh. Misalkan kalau asking suggestion biasanya di mana kata-kata asking suggestion atau function asking suggestion ini dipakai gitu kan. Biasanya di dalam konteks ini. Nah, salah satunya mungkin konteks di situ ada family apa gitu. Supaya lebih menyatu biasanya, sehingga target language yang kita ajarkan ke anak-anak itu kontekstual. Jadi nggak separated nggak partially, kayak misalkan grammar, harusnya juga di dalam grammar di situ akan mengaitkan sebuah topik gitu. Sehingga grammarnya tidak melulu hanya ini belajar grammar untuk apa gitu. Ya untuk dipakai di konteks ini. Jadi ketika kamu mau ke sini pakai grammarnya ini kayak gitu. Jadi akan ada semacam pesan bahwasannya belajar grammar itu penting loh ketika kamu pergi ke tempat ini kayak gitu. Implicitly akan ada pesan semacam itu.
Ya, Ustaz.
Ya, yang lain Ustaz. Udah. Udah Ustaz ya? Udah lagi nggak? Ustaz Gani nggak ada lagi?
Sementara nggak ada, I think I will have personal conversation with Ustaz Evi regarding the aim or the objective that we have to attain for this semester, because we already have half semester gitu loh, sudah berjalan setengah semester, nanti mau gimana? Nanti saya chat saja. Thank you.
Saya
12 kayaknya apa ya, semester depan kan juga fokus UTBK kayaknya. Mungkin kalau yang kelas 11 lah, kelas 11 ya mau nyoba rasa dulu kan. Maksudnya kalau nanti gagal pun ya nanti nggak bakal terulang lagi di tahun ajaran baru kan. Minimal saya pengen coba dulu rasanya seperti apa gitu ya. Maksudnya ke anaknya efeknya juga seperti apa. Jauh lebih bagus dari materi yang saya buat dengan keterbatasan, atau dengan struktur seperti ini bisa jauh lebih bagus, atau malah dengan konten yang lebih, kalau menurut saya sih dari segi konten lebih cocok yang filsafat daripada yang saya kadang gitu ya, karena kadang saya ketinggian, kadang saya ke inian gitu ya. Kalau ini kan saya percaya sesuai dengan ininya mereka gitu ya, walaupun dengan basic SMP-nya itu prior knowledge-nya itu tidak sesuai, tidak. Jadi, kalau saya tak coba dulu rasanya dulu gitu, nanti efeknya mau gagal mau berhasil ya nanti kan bisa dievaluasi di semester depan.
Ya. Saudara Rayu lagi serius ya? Udah, ada pertanyaan nggak? Kalau nggak, mau kita tutup. Rayu.
Mikir nilai gue.
Ya, udah ya. Oke, thank you. Udah, Set, ditutup pertemuan, Set.
Oke. Thank you for joining the meeting. To explain or detailing in focus, walaupun nanti di beberapa ke belakang rampungan kita
mau yang jangan yang sekolah.
For today, Ustaz Saleh ada di sana. Ada. Oke. Saya Nahtatim, biqiratil hamdalillah wa qafatul majelis.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.